Imagine this. You're scrolling through your phone after a long day. An ad pops up. 50% off. Only today. Your heart beats a little faster. You don't really need it. But that little voice whispers, "You deserve it." Click. Add to cart. Buy. And for a moment, it feels good. That tiny rush, that spark, is dopamine. The same brain chemical that lights up when you eat chocolate, fall in love, or win a game. But here's the catch. That same feeling is what keeps millions of people trapped in debt, impulsive habits, and emotional spending. You're not weak. You're wired this way. And today, we're going to uncover how your brain, not your wallet, is being hijacked, and how you can finally break free from the dopamine trap. Welcome to Grow Richer Inside Out, the channel where we explore the psychology of money, mindset, and meaning. Because true wealth begins in the mind, long before it shows up in your bank account. If you want to understand how your habits, emotions, and brain chemistry shape your financial life, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and let's grow from the inside out. Now, let's dive deeper into the brain's most powerful motivator, dopamine. 1. What is dopamine? And why it runs your life. Let's start with the truth. Dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about anticipation. Back in the 1950s, scientists studied rats and discovered something fascinating. When a rat pressed a lever that triggered a small burst of dopamine, it kept pressing again and again for hours. Even when the reward stopped coming, it couldn't stop trying. That's the secret. Dopamine doesn't reward you when you get what you want. It fuels your desire to chase it. Every time you scroll social media, add something to your cart, or check a new notification, your brain releases a tiny pulse of dopamine. It whispers, maybe the next one will feel even better. It's not about satisfaction, it's about the search. And in a world built to exploit that search, we've become addicts not to pleasure, but to pursuit. Number 2, the hidden architecture of modern addiction. Modern technology didn't create addiction, it perfected it. Every design element on your favorite shopping app or social platform is built on behavioral psychology. That ping when you get a sale notification? That's variable reward, the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. You never know when the next deal will appear, so your brain keeps checking. Those red sale banners, flashing countdowns, and limited time only offers. They're designed to activate your amygdala, your brain's emotional alarm system. You feel urgency, you feel scarcity, you feel the fear of missing out. And while it seems like you're making a decision, you're actually reacting to chemical cues planted by design. This isn't random. Neuroscientists, UX designers, and marketers collaborate to craft experiences that keep you clicking, buying, and scrolling. Every notification is a mini experiment, testing what keeps you hooked just a little longer. The goal isn't to make you happy, it's to keep you engaged. 3. The dopamine economy, why spending feels so good. Let's talk about your favorite word online. Sale. When you see it, dopamine surges. Not because you saved money, but because you might gain something. Your brain interprets the potential of reward as the reward itself. And this is where the trap deepens. Even imagining buying something gives you a hit of dopamine. So you browse, you compare, you add to cart, and even if you don't buy, your brain already feels rewarded for the idea of it. You've probably felt this. The thrill of checking out, followed by the emptiness a few hours later. That's the dopamine crash. When the high fades and your brain craves another hit. And so the cycle continues. Want, anticipate, buy, crash, repeat. This is the psychological hamster wheel of modern consumerism. And companies know it works. Verse 4. Buy now, pay later. perfect psychological storm. Now, let's decode one of the most dangerous inventions in the dopamine economy: buy now, pay later. At first glance, it sounds harmless, even empowering. Split your purchase into 4 payments. No interest, no problem. But psychologically, it's genius. By delaying the pain of payment, it detaches reward from cost. Your brain gets the pleasure now, and the pain later when dopamine has long faded away. This is known as temporal discounting, your tendency to overvalue immediate rewards and undervalue future consequences. In other words, your brain says, "I'll deal with that later." But later always comes, and when it does, the reward center goes quiet, leaving only stress, guilt, and financial fatigue. The worst part? Your brain learns that money pain can be postponed, teaching you to chase more instant highs. It's not just a payment plan, it's a psychological conditioning loop. Number 5, the flash sale illusion. Let's move to another trap, the flash sale. Only 2 hours left. 5 items remaining. Don't miss this deal. Sound familiar? Flash sales activate your fight or flight response, making your body react as if survival depends on acting now. Cortisol spikes. Adrenaline rises. Dopamine surges. Your rational brain, the prefrontal cortex, shuts down. In that moment, logic loses to emotion. You're not thinking about value or need. You're reacting to scarcity and speed. The same instincts that once kept our ancestors alive in the wild. But here's the irony. In today's world, your brain still thinks missing a deal is a threat. So, you buy, not out of want, but out of fear. And that's how the digital marketplace has weaponized your biology. 6, the emotional root, spending as self-soothing. But let's be honest, not every purchase is about ads or algorithms. Sometimes we buy to feel better. You've had a tough week. You're stressed, lonely, or bored. You think maybe a new outfit or gadget will help. That's called emotional spending. It's your brain using dopamine as a painkiller. Studies show that when people experience emotional discomfort, they're more likely to buy impulsively, not for the object, but for the feeling of control and escape. It's temporary anesthesia, a chemical bandage for emotional wounds. But here's the dark twist. Over time, your brain associates relief with spending. So every time you feel bad, it whispers, "Let's buy something." And like any addiction, the dose must keep increasing to feel the same relief. That's not freedom. That's dependency. 7, the social feedback loop. Why everyone's doing it. Let's zoom out. Why is it so hard to stop? Because your brain isn't just wired for reward, it's wired for status. On social media, your purchases aren't just private decisions, they're public signals. A new phone, a luxury bag, a designer outfit. They're not just things, they're symbols. When others like, comment, or admire, your brain releases even more dopamine, creating a powerful social reinforcement loop. You're not just spending for pleasure, you're spending for validation. And the platforms know it. That's why shopping is now seamlessly integrated into your social feed. The line between scroll and shop has vanished. We no longer buy what we need. We buy who we want to be seen as. 8, how dopamine keeps you poor quietly. The problem isn't the occasional treat, it's the pattern. Every small dopamine hit, every impulse purchase, every unnecessary subscription adds up. And while each one feels harmless, over time they create tiny financial leaks that drain your long-term wealth. Worse, the more you indulge the cycle, the weaker your self-control becomes. That's because dopamine literally reshapes your neural pathways, training your brain to prioritize short-term pleasure over long-term goals. You don't just lose money. You lose focus, patience, and resilience, the exact traits required to build wealth. In short, the dopamine trap doesn't just cost you dollars, it costs you discipline. 9, breaking the cycle. rewiring your brain for control. Now comes the question that truly matters. How do you break free? Here are 3 powerful ways, grounded in neuroscience and behavioral psychology. Method 1. Interrupt the cue reward loop. The key to breaking any addiction is awareness. Before you spend, pause. Ask yourself, am I buying this for value or for a feeling? Even a 10-second delay between impulse and action reduces dopamine's power over you. This pause activates your prefrontal cortex, your rational brain, giving you back control. You can even rename this in your mind. Every urge is not a command. It's just a chemical suggestion. Method 2. Rewire reward with replacement. Dopamine isn't evil. It's energy. So don't suppress it. Redirect it. Instead of chasing that hit through spending, seek it through progress. Exercise, learn, build, create. Each of these releases dopamine too, but in ways that strengthen your identity, not your dependency. You can even gamify it. Track your savings like points. Celebrate each milestone. Make self-discipline the source of your reward. Method 3. Create friction against impulse. Make spending harder and saving easier. Unlink your cards from apps. Turn off one-click purchases. Delete shopping notifications. Friction is the enemy of addiction. The more steps between you and this Buy Now button, the more your rational brain can step in. And here's a bonus. Automate good behavior. Set recurring savings. Let your systems protect your willpower, because in the battle between habit and will, habit always wins. 10. The reward beyond reward. As your dopamine stabilizes, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel satisfaction, not from buying, but from being in control. Financial peace isn't about restriction. It's about freedom from compulsion. It's about knowing your emotions no longer own your wallet. You start to realize that the real high isn't in spending. It's in sovereignty. Finally, remember this. Dopamine is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It shows you where your attention goes and how easily it can be stolen. But once you understand it, you can reclaim your focus, your discipline, and your financial future. Because every purchase you resist isn't just saving money. It's rewiring your brain. Every moment of restraint is a declaration of freedom. So next time your screen flashes limited time only, smile. You've seen the trick behind the curtain, and you're no longer trapped. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs it. And subscribe to Grow Richer Inside Out for more insights on mastering your money by mastering your mind. Because true wealth begins not in your wallet, but in your brain.